Hey everybody, this evening we have one of our B1 student. She's doing her final presentation. Please introduce yourself and tell everybody what you're talking about today.
Good evening, my name is Viviana Muñoz and I'm going to talk about AMA. It's a pleasure to me to talk about this topic because it is very important to me. AMA is my mom's restaurant. So I'm going to tell you about some information about my mom and I. 5 years ago we lived in Quito, and when we lived there we decided to have a business. So we searched a lot of options and the most important was about cook. And when we decided to return to Ambato, we bought a business. It called Aroma Coffee Market. Aroma was on Ceballos Avenue and Unidad Nacional. We had Aroma about 1 or 2 years. I don't remember what. And in this business, my mom had only few products like quimbolitos, humitas, tamales, and some coffees. But after 2 or 3 months, she decided to increase other products like lunches and some snacks too. When we have Aroma Coffee Market, the pandemic arrived, and my mom had to close her restaurant. So we have to move to other place, and we found other place on Olmedo Street between Ceballos Avenue and Juan Benigno Velde Street, and we have to change all of the restaurant. That is the reason that now it calls AMA. Why it calls AMA? The reason is that my mom's name is Aida Maria Ayllón Medina, and we have to take only the initials of her name, and when we get together it calls AMA, and we really love the name. And when we showed to our family, they love the name because they love my mom. And now in AMA she has some products like lunches. She every day has a different menu with different things. Maybe one day she cooks chicken, and the other day she cooks pork, and maybe the other day she can cook maybe some vegetarian food. She has a lot of products and a lot of options to choose for the customers. And in AMA she had 2 employees. One employee was Joffrey. He was a quiet person, and he was so quickly, and he did a lot of things like mopped the floor and washed the dishes and put the dishes on the tables, and he was a good employee. And the other employee was Roxana. She was so noisy, but she did a good job too, because when my mom had maybe some orders near to the restaurant, she ran to the companies and get the lunches for the customers. But in AMA, the manifestations arrived to Ambato, and she had to close again the restaurant for maybe 14 days. After the manifestations, she had to hire the employees because she didn't have enough money to pay them. We hope that the orders for the restaurant can increase because my mom wants to hire again the employees. So the products that we increase in AMA are case with some topics. It is about Minnie or Moana. It was for a birthday parties. Other option too you have when it's Father's or Mother's Day. You can choose for breakfast or lunches or some cakes or whatever you want. In this case, I learned how to use fondant on a cake. Sorry, I called it puerquicornio because it is a mix in a unicorn and a pork, and it calls puerquicornio. So you can call to us and you can say that maybe your mom or your dad or your girlfriend wants something to eat, and maybe they like only fruits or pies, and we cook all of them for your special moment. The most delicious thing that I bake is cookies and pies. Cookies are so easy, and I think that those are delicious. And pies, you can choose apple pies or peach pies or chocolate pies. And the last year, the most order that we have with cakes, it was a chocolate explosion because it is with chocolate cake with more cake, and you have liquid Nutella. So when you have a piece of the cake, the liquid Nutella, you put the cake and the liquid Nutella down over the cake. And the other cake that is important is tsunami cake. So you can choose two flavors of the cake, maybe vanilla, chocolate, or whatever you want. When I have orange, you can choose orange cake too. So when you quit the protection of the cake, the liquid chocolate cover the cake too. And when you have some special moment like birthday or anniversaries, you can call and take some ideas like flowers, chocolates, or cakes, or pies, or lunches, or whatever you want. So now I'm going to take you some recipes. Like, I think that the most important is how to make cookies. It is easy and quick. So you need only butter, sugar, and flour. And if you want, you can put some vanilla. So you have to mix all of the ingredients into the bowl, and you have to put the mix on the refrigerator, and then maybe for 10 minutes, and then you have to cook the mix and bake maybe for 15 minutes. After that, you have to wait because the cookies are so warm, and then you can enjoy the cookies with some milk, coffee, or juice. That is all, teacher. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your recipe, Viviana. We'll have a try.